It's Patty Kostova. Patty, you're the chief editor of Frontiers, a research associate in the Institute for Risk and Disaster Reduction at the University College of London. Wow. And you are here to talk about this issue that we can see in the screens of Biovision, which is the main issue here, the One Health, One Place. Is that a real link between animal health, human health, vegetation,
And the
it's a whole environment?
Absolutely. I think, in reality, we would like to see health to be delivered as a one holistic, integrated concept. So the animal health, the human health, obviously the impact on environment, global warming, and also the technology side of it. It's like healthy cities, looking at the pollution and sensors. We can all measure it together and bring it into one place to be able to upscale our healthcare services and protection of public for the 21st century.
But what are the dangers? Do you have examples?
Well, the danger is it's not actually happening. There's loads of interesting research going on, which obviously gets stuck in academia or which only produces prototypes or interesting ideas. There's a very long journey to transfer the new knowledge to the real world organizations and get actually engaged with the policymakers on the ground. So I think we have to work on a much closer collaboration. We also still have the bridge to build between the animal health and the human health. These organizations are typically in different parts of departments of national level or in different UN agencies at international level, and the communication is limited.
So you're telling to us that it's
For
complicated.
emergencies, it's very complicated. There is still a lot to do to improve the synergies and preparedness and response.
But being here with academics, with experts, with the public, I mean, talking with policies and talking about that, is it a step?
Absolutely, it's a step. It's a very good step, and I think bringing together all these policymakers, public professionals, and academics is absolutely the right thing to do. And I think Biovision is
But it's
doing
not
the
enough.
right thing, but that's not enough. We still have a long way to go. We all get together, we all talk, we all agree we need to do more, but quite often nothing actually translates to the public. So I think there's still a long way to go.
But is it, I mean, where is the real problem? Is there a gap between all the discussion, this academic discussion, this scientific literature that you are publishing also, and the large public?
I think the gap isn't necessarily just between the academic research and the public, although I think public awareness and public engagement is also on a short supply in academia. But I think the main gap is between the real world policymakers and healthcare service providers. So WHO, UN organization who are in charge of health and animal health at international level, or departments of health at national levels, and actually translating the research into these places to make the innovation happen in the real world. There is still a long way to go.
But what should what should we do? What could we do? Because if it's only policy, it's a mentality, it's in the evolution. Is there a solution?
If I had a solution, I would get a Nobel Prize for that. I think the solution is making small steps in trying to bring people together, trying to bring the right incentives for policymakers to understand the evidence base of their policies, also see things in a longitudinal perspective, not short-term sort of government cycle perspective.
Okay.
Also understand, how big organizations in the UN level, they work in a different way and they take a long time to make a change and implement innovation than maybe small startups. So changing the ecosystem so we get all the players around the table, even though they have different time frames of implementing change, is perhaps the way to go.
But changing the ecosystem, it's a step that everybody should do, okay? We saw from yesterday many contradictional position, point of views. Like some people were saying, like the former Nobel Prize of India was saying that maybe we should not eat meat anymore. And a couple of minutes ago, somebody else from a laboratory was saying, no, there's no link between the consumption of meat and the ecosystem of the One Health. Who should we trust?
Well, I think the baseline is the policy. So research should be based on robust policy on published research, evaluated research. I think we should also encourage industrial players to publish even unsuccessful research, and specifically pharma companies should be incentivized to publish what hasn't worked. So we do have the evidence which comes from RCT and from solid evidence to inform our debate and our policy making.
But what are those evidence are saying, that we should eat meat or not?
It depends which study you're specifically referring to. So eating meat doesn't actually harm human health, but there are implications for One Health approach and obviously for the global ecosystem. So which study specifically people referred to yesterday, I think that's something we can follow up offside. But whether we should eat meat or not, maybe is not the key question for this debate.
But we heard it a lot. That's why I was
Yes,
asking,
yes,
and
yes,
I had
yes.
to, because it's for the larger public.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
absolutely.
Patty Kostkova. We'll find you a chief editor in Frontiers, the website, and also at the University College of London. Many
Thank
thanks.
you very much. It's
And
been a
we'll
pleasure to be
see
with
you
you
after
here.
at the closing session, and we'll hope to follow you also on the hashtag of Biovision with Periscope. We hope we will. Thank you. And now, next guest is Armband Pillay, Deputy Director General for Health Regulation and Compliance.